Since we last spoke about Chrisean, it doesn't seem like much has changed in her son's development.
Well, look, you want to get down, huh? Come on. Let's go walk. We're going to walk in the park.
However, we do see that she is training for a boxing match that's probably rigged.
How's it gonna feel when I kick your ass?
She can sit on live all she wants to and tell us that her son is walking and talking, or even try and fake out the audience and be like, Papa, I see you doing stuff, I see you.
He like literally picking himself up and like walking across the sidelines. You know how when you swim in the pool, but you like, for him, that's a big step. Like him trying to move us like on the side, like.
But we know the truth. That child still needs a ton of help. And there's a lot of things floating around on the internet that I went and gathered and put together for us to kind of check out. I will be using some footage from Sean Davey Way, as well as Concerned Mothers HQ. I just want to make sure I give you guys the credit you deserve, because you all are the ones who are able to put this content out that I can then share with my audience. The links to their pages will be in my description box, so I do thank you guys for that. We're gonna get into it. So what's up, my friends, and welcome back once again to the Just Chrisean brand. I'm your homegirl, I'm your tia, I'm your prima, I'm your cousin, I'm your friend, I'm whatever you need me to be down here at the Just Chrisean brand. If you're new to the community, welcome on in. We are lovingly known as the Jayborhood. What we like to do is to get into business that is already online. We don't do any doxing, and we especially try to highlight these toxic mothers who are online trying to make a profit off of anything other than taking care of their kids. And that's exactly what Chrisean is doing. So that's what we kind of get into over here. If that sounds like your vibe, please consider subscribing to our tribe. If you're a member of the Jayborhood, hey, now you already know we have been talking about Chrisean Rock since she had that baby by Blueface in her mind. But as the baby ages, he is starting to look more and more like his real father, Ronnie.
Them all in a baby outfit, right? But Junior ain't had no blanket. Junior ain't had no coat. Junior ain't had no hoodie. It's cold as shit outside on Black Friday. It was cold as shit outside. Junior's out there with nothing, man. He ain't got no blanket. He ain't got no heater. He ain't had no stroller. And it's concerning when people are keep excusing this baby boy's health with a messed up individual. People are sitting here making it seem like it's okay for the way that this girl is treating Junior. This girl dead wrong. She's not addressing this kid's health. She's not taking it serious. This girl had this baby with the intention of keeping the nigga. The baby ain't gonna keep the nigga. The money is going what's keeping the nigga. Don't let that go over your head. And I'm not going to lay down and be the man that be like, oh, I'm not on a birth certificate, kid's expensive, it ain't my problem. No, because Junior is suffering. Junior is suffering every day. He around her family, they full of molesters, rapists, killers, and some more shit. Junior was in that mall in a baby outfit, right? But Junior ain't had no blanket. Junior ain't had no coat. Junior ain't had no hoodie. It's cold as shit outside.
And rest in peace, Ronnie. I know he's just looking down from heaven like, dang, I wish I could have been with my son. Chrisean Rock proves time and time again how abusive of a parent she is and how neglectful she is to her child, just by his appearance. And it usually takes Blueface saying something on his stream for Chrisean to go ahead and do right by her kid, whether that be get his hair cut, give him a bath, put him in fresher clothes. I thought it was crazy that people were sending stuff to her P.O. box to take care of Junior, and she was complaining about the stuff that she was getting.
Okay, so for everybody that's buying him stuff or like think he likes stuff, this is nice, right? But his style is Zara Kids. That's where I get all his clothes from. Zara Kids or these street brands with the flare bottoms and stuff. Just let you know.
And if she would just stop being so delusional, then her child would have a fighting chance to be able to at least do some things for himself, if not everything. Sonny is now 2.5 years old and is getting ready to be 3, and he's still not using any sort of words or being able to communicate with Chrisean. And this is all because of her. Yeah, she could try to make the argument later on, oh, he's nonverbal, that's why he ain't talking. But I believe that he has the potential to be able to do something to communicate with her. And I don't think that he feels comfortable with her. Sometimes I'll see him push back on her when she's trying to be like, give me a kiss, give me a kiss. It seems that's all that Chrisean has taught her son how to do. Kiss her in the mouth, kiss her in the mouth. Knowing good and well that mouth has been everywhere. The least she could do is keep her mouth off her child. Now this is the infamous John Davy Way, and he ends up getting a call from someone who gives us a bit more information about what's going on behind the scenes with Chrisean Jr.
Hi, this is, sorry, you couldn't get me because some type of whatever happened to my phone during country, so the number is saved to go directly to voicemail. Anyway, before I get into the tea, there are 2 things that I would like to discuss. First, yesterday, Chrisean Jr. did not stand on his own. In fact, she did stand him up.
Oh, she did.
If you look at how far apart his legs are, it's impossible, even for a person like you and I who can walk, to stand up like that. We can't do it. Chrisean Jr. didn't stand up on his own. And the next thing that I do want, and I mean this in the most respectful way, why in the world would you pay to get an attorney to help these people who have been masking the stuff that's been going on with Junior behind the scenes for the past 2 years and 4 months? It's not safe for them to have him at all. Nobody. It's not safe. And you'll find out why. I did take notes while you were live, but I am also going to read the messages. So I have spoken with one of her sisters, which she blocked me after she gave me all the information that she gave me. And then I spoke to someone else who wanted to remain anonymous because they are still in and out of Chrisean's life. So I'm going to start with birth. Ronnie did lie about being there for the birth. He was not there for the birth. However, Chrisean did allow Ronnie to see Junior, and the very first time he saw him in person, Ronnie knew that Junior was his son. Chrisean never opposed to it. She never denied it until Ronnie started to talk too much, make too much social media noise, and started to get the public attention because it messes up her bag if Junior doesn't belong to Blueface.
We knew that though too.
Also come out.
Sure did.
Some parables. I don't know if y'all paid attention to that, but she said that they're under an NDA. That's why they can't say that Junior isn't his anymore like he did prior to going to jail. He would say it's scientifically proven that Junior was his.
I wonder why they're under NDA.
Next thing I'm going to talk about is her sister saying that Chrisean hit Junior. She started hitting him when he was around 3 months old. The first time it happened, it was because while on live, he was crying, and the comments started talking about how he found it. She got upset, and she took her anger out on Junior. Until this day, she still hits him.
People are sitting here trying to make others who are bringing light to Chrisean's situation seem like they're bad people or people are attacking Chrisean. No, there needs to be light shed on exactly what's going on behind the scenes because we don't give a fuck about this little boxing bullshit. We're trying to see this baby get help.
Does she abuse him? She abused Luella. Luella. She abused Luella.
I believe it.
Chastity told me that Luella is afraid of Chrisean now. So these people have been knowing these things and knowing that Chrisean beat this baby who is nonverbal, non-ambulatory, because she's upset with what the comments and things are saying. Put out on him.
A shame.
Then she calls them to get prayer and say, I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't want to do this.
Religious psychosis.
Now, let me go to what the person inboxed me, DM me let me find it. This person wrote me and said, hey, thanks for engaging with me in the comments. I've tried speaking with larger creators, but they don't respond. I'm so happy that someone cares so much for Baby Chrisean. I know a lot of information that are facts, in all caps, about him. I will tell you everything. Just block out my name. I don't like mess, don't want to be in mess. I still would like to be involved in Junior's life while watching him get help. I responded, hi, I do care about Junior's well-being. May I ask what facts do you know about Junior? This is when it gets crazy.
Oh, Lord.
This person said, I know exactly what's wrong with Junior and why she's so embarrassed about it. Junior has severe cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. This is why his voice is so high-pitched. The internet likes to say that he has cry through chat, but he doesn't. It's cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. He has poor laryngeal, I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Damn.
And the reason he always seems congested, this broke my heart out. The reason he always seems congested is because the things he consumes goes into his lungs, instead of his stomach. This is why he can't stomach.
And she knows this. And she's sitting up here trying to train for boxing?
Gain weight. Junior weighs about 18 pounds. That is and was the part the doctor tried stressing to her. He was supposed to have been coming back to see a specialist and to get CAT scans, but she told the family he wouldn't see another doctor until God healed him because they don't have the last say.
See that whole, oh, I'm just going to use scripture because God is going to heal. God is going to heal. I don't know how religious people don't get through their head that, yes, God is a healer. And he's also provided healing people on this earth, meaning physicians, doctors, speech therapists, development specialists. He's provided them with the ability to help heal your child, meaning teaching them how to do things or taking care of whatever issue it is. Why wouldn't God bless medical people? Why not? He only can bless people that sit up in the church all day, every day, and just preach from the pulpit. That's it. That's the only people that God could bless to make a way. No, it's also doctors and medical people out here who have the blessing.
The airway issue is the largest cause of death in children with cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. Did drugs and alcohol cause cerebral palsy? Yes and no. It's yes because alcohol is what causes his brain injury. And no because there's a chance he could have had it either way, but drinking
helped
100%. And she got upset and she took her. Also, his voice is high pitched due to his vocal cords not having the ability to completely close. And I wrote back, I said, oh no, this makes me so mad. Can he live a normal life if she gets him help, like walking, talking, eating, reading, and attending school and stuff? And she said, yes, but probably not as it would have been because she's waited so late to get early intervention, which is so important. He may not be able to walk unassisted, but with time and dedication, he will definitely be able to do most things that people without disabilities do.
See?
And I said, oh, you have to help the poor kid. And I told her which sister I talked to, and she said some of the same things. I said, I talked to Chrisean's sister Chastity too, and she said some of the same things you have said. How do I know you are a trustworthy source? And how do I know that I could trust you? Do you mind if I post these? She said, well, she has the money to sue if she's rich, right? If I'm lying, she can do anything. You could post my identity if it comes out that I'm lying, but I'm not lying. The medical records that leaked are real too. You can post it, but keep me anonymous, please, because I don't want any issues. I just want to see Baby Chrisean loved correctly. And then I was blocked. Those people don't need that baby because they've been aware of all of this.
And still
they've been
don't get the help.
That this child having all of these issues, have been being abused. Even Chastity stated that he needed his diaper change when she was there, and Chrisean kept telling her he didn't need his diaper change. she has skin breakdown, which is why she be slipping up on live saying, oh, he bled through his diaper.
Ooh.
He's bleeding because of the rash. Let me see.
From being soiled. Just sitting in soil.
Hold on. Let me find it.
Take your time. Take your time.
I don't want to say it on live because I do feel like they all watch it. They all watch it.
Yeah.
And I don't want my left hand knowing what my right hand is doing. I don't want them to get ahead. And he's going on 3. When he gets school age, then what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can't carry him no more.
No, I have your number and I have you programmed and I'm gonna call you.
Wait, they can't even find the component that can't fight. They're looking for someone that they know is going to be an easy man.
And I found these videos on She's Foolish. Now, the young lady who is speaking is named Valencia, if I'm not mistaken, and she goes to the actual church that Chrisean takes Jr. to.
Did you want me to answer the question that she asked first, or did you want to ask me something? So what did you see about Junior when you gave him a bath? What about the bruises? Anything else we should know? I want to give Junior dignity, but I'm gonna say his area down below. I don't want to say nothing derogatory against him. It looks like not even real. It don't even. I mean, it's not as big and swollen as before. It's not a lot of inflammation, but it looks null and void. Like it might as well not even exist. His bruises mainly on his back, his lower back. Like people keep saying he's scratching and stuff. I remember seeing like it looked like a scab, not a rash. A rash is like it shows up as bumps and it's like it's a rash before it becomes a sore. Right. This was a sore. Like I don't know if it reminds you of if somebody was to be on a bike and they was to slide and it like scraped and it was that type of sore. Like it was a scab all right there. It was like, you know how the edges look infected, like when it looks like greenish on the edges, like different colors, and then it like goes on the end towards the inside. It's like a maroonish color. I know that's a sign of infection, and the smell from it. I thought that him, getting bird baths and this and that. I'm thinking it's because of the obviously it's because of hygiene as well. But the smell is not just from not bathing. It is like a smell of decay.
Oh,
what? Of decomp.
Could you even imagine how much pain Lil Bit is in, and he can't even say shit, and this crazy lady is just carrying him around, spreading his legs up so he can't even move and get up, holding him right where it hurts at. I
don't think that her family really realizes that's what that is because she's so passive. She be like, oh, it's this. She explained things away. The people that be in Cali that be asking questions, she say that she explains it away that his stuff is in Baltimore. The people that be in Baltimore asking questions, she explains it away that it gets handled in California. It's like playing the odds against the middle. Like far as other bruises, the bottom of his feet. So the bottom, I noticed that his hands, the inside of his hands, and the bottom of, that's why I know the signs of abuse. Junior. When I seen Junior, he was abused. He had bruises all over him. He was filthy.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't know that he wasn't able to eat. I kept on trying to get him to eat. I never considered a feeding tube or any of that until like I was seeing the stuff, like I was matching up when I'm looking at it in real time with what people are saying. And I was like, that's why the baby won't eat. He won't eat. I don't know why they making it seem like banana smushed or baby food or whatever. If it's not in that bottle and they don't thin it out, not know how we make our babies bottles when we want them to be full and to settle down and chill out.
With
and,
cereal
you
and
know what I'm
stuff.
saying, and not be waking up through the night. No, his has to be extra thin out. It cannot be thick. He cannot even swallow pureed baby food mixed with milk in that bottle. He cannot.
What?
If it's too thick, yes. If it's too thick of a consistency, it's not even getting swallowed even in liquid
Oh, man.
form. That's how
About
serious
nutrients.
it is. If you ever notice, if she give him a bottle or whatever and he's laying down this way, if he starts to whine or fuss or anything, she's taking him off the camera. It's because it'll come right out his nose. When I seen Junior, he was abused. That's dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody is asking, is Junior blind?
I feel like he is, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all how y'all can tell. Anytime she say give her a kiss, if she not humming, is he able to follow?
No.
She say, give me a kiss, and then she goes like this. Pay attention, y'all. She say, he's able to feel vibrations and stuff. And when you lose one sense, your body overcompensates in other areas. Y'all don't notice that when she doing all of this stuff and everything else to him, the reason why she does it, y'all keep saying she's trying to straighten his eyes.
Right.
She's doing that because if the filter is not lined up, you know, when you do those filters and you got to have your eyes open in order for it to overlay on your face, like the glasses and stuff, you get the blinking and moving your eyes, the filter will shift. She's doing that for the filters. She does not want y'all to know his real life appearance.
Oh.
She need to
Y'all
just,
keep thinking
if Chrisean would just accept it, she could get so much help on the internet from these women who are wise that could just be there for her.
And then so if he starts going and looking and doing this and doing all of that or whatever, when she does that, that's because the filter is about to start shifting. She knows what she's doing.
Oh,
it's kind of like the magic trick where you got to tell everybody to look over here while you tricking them over there.
Right,
if I get all y'all's attention over here, y'all can't see that I didn't pull the quarter from behind my ear. Y'all see I really pulled it out my pocket.
God, I would have never. It's just all so horrible, and we all knew that.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
The stuff that be getting exposed, they do that on purpose.
Right.
They don't want me to disclose their name because they don't want what happened to me happen to them, because they feel like at least if they're there close, they can keep an eye on him. We donate clothes. We have bathed him in the church bathrooms. I left and I went to go get clothes myself. That's basic, bare minimum. I would do it for anybody.
Right.
When I called CPS out there, and she said she begged them not to let him in.
Oh, just like the dentist visit.
She begged them not to let him in. And they did it. They told me that I need to leave. They said that I was a SH stir. When they told me to leave, the police was called as well. I called CPS. They tore me down. The stuff that be getting exposed, they do that on purpose.
Jizzle in the house? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Y'all already know what that is. Y'all already know what that is. Yeah.
Big eats. We are eating good at the blue, blue, blue.
That's why I think she on perks.
Yeah. Know what
What you call it? What you call it?
Bust down blue.
The bust down blue.
Hold that crab up.
Look at that poor baby.
Show what time it is. You see that?
Oh, I know he uncomfortable.
See that? Feel me?
Big boys too. Cool with that season on that black women.
Oh, there's his little bottle and whatever that milk is or something.
What's up?
You see how she tried to put her head in front of him to hide? Look. Look how fast she moves her face to get right in front of him.
Stay away from the butter.
I wonder how they knew to turn the camera too.
But the food was bomb. I ate all of my little crab legs.
This bitch look high.
It's good.
Opinion that break was bomb. I ate, what I could eat.
Got my man L.
Everybody around her uses her, in my opinion. How can these men sit here, watch her sitting with her child who is basically very clear as day, uncomfortable, probably super extremely hungry, just be like, well, as long as we eating crab, it's cool. I would not even want to date this type of a nigga who would sit there and be around a toxic, bad mother like this and think that shit's okay. Even people who were celebrating Hood Trophy Bino, that nigga still wasn't shit either, because he was still on her just as long as he was able to get his toes sucked. He didn't care what was going on with that baby. He wasn't reporting shit to nobody. Shit, even when he popped back up, everybody was like, oh, look, it's Chrisean and Bino again. Bino do not care. He using her just like everybody else is. Nobody around them cares about this baby. Same thing with her and Ryan Garcia. Have children. I was very surprised with how he was acting around Chrisean while they were on stream together. I was also surprised to see Junior just rolling around, trying to crawl around on the floor, and everybody acted like he wasn't sitting there. Nobody even paid him no mind. He has this hat pulled all the way down low. Even Chrisean's conduct around Ryan, in my opinion, is inappropriate. You should not be laid out with short-ass shorts on at somebody else's. No, you need to sit up on that couch, cross your legs like a lady, or put on some sweats. Damn. And look at the baby. Well, the toddler now. He's just trying his best to move. That's why I think we all believe he could really thrive if she would just get him the help that he needs. Because he's already showing signs that he has the ability to. She just don't care about him that much. Like, look at this. How could she not just grab her baby and pick him up? Or, I don't know. It's just heartbreaking to see. I know his feet are uncomfortable. He's just trying to move around. And she got that heavy ass chain around his neck. What if he ends up like trying to suck on it or something and it hurts one of his teeth? A baby doesn't need this type of a chain. And she always be having that shit on her in her mouth. Ugh. She be letting men wear her chains and shit, and then she gonna put it on her baby.
Like, I can't wait when my son start walking and talking. I'm gonna just be like, exactly.
Like I told y'all.
I said it. Nah, I told y'all. He told y'all.
Who?
Shoot, I was just related.
God ain't telling us that, baby.
One of those. Like, I don't know.
But we also recently saw Blueface take the internet, right? And then start speaking on your son. And that caused you to react.
Yeah,
you know?
But you saw what I said?
It was a very powerful reaction.
Yeah. I wasn't moved by it.
She ain't moved by nothing. She ain't moved by her kid needing help. She ain't moved by her not having no house, no car, no safe place for them to land at. She ain't moved by her ass having warrants and not even being able to drive her kid to and from. She ain't moved by nothing else. But as soon as Blueface say something, oh, now she got a comment on that.
In order for not react, did you feel obligated to say something at that moment?
I didn't feel obligated. I felt like
She is not a mother, ma'am.
I'm his protector. I'm the person that's going to speak up for him. I'm the person that's going to protect him.
For her to tell us all these things of who she is to her son, and we're hearing from people who are around her who aren't yes men and yes women around her telling us that she in fact does not care for her son is ridiculous to me. She act like ain't nobody going to start talking about what's really going on when they see people of God who God truly is pushing and motivating to help. Chrisean Rock Jr. is who's going to start telling the truth about what his mama is doing to him. Then that'll probably start getting him some help. I'm not sure what it's going to take for Chrisean to change and start to really put more energy into taking care of her child, but something is going to have to happen.
You're going to know someone was always there.
Not you.
Even against his daddy.
Internet is...
That ain't his daddy. Cry baby. I could tell she about to cry. Ugh.
I'm always going to be there. But
I wonder if this is regret.
It's kind of like, what do you do with people like that? It's just, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm in a place where nobody has control or access to me in a way they used to. Like,
okay.
And it makes them do things.
She want to be deep so bad.
To try to reel you back in.
Yeah, help her use words. Because she's so stupid.
To see you crying. Like, people love to see you hurt.
And you can be crying
somehow.
Yeah, like...
Especially seeing how happy you look right now.
Yeah, because that's how they're feeling currently. They're just projecting what they want.
These dudes who be sitting in here, I think they just be making up shit as they go. And when the guest leaves the studio, they end up talking about them really bad because ain't no way they believing in the shit she said.
How they feel. I really didn't look at it like a jab. I looked at it like a cry out for help.
Blueface is crying for help?
Times when we'll talk and I'll just talk back, but just to see if he changed or like, okay, you don't want to see the receipts.
Gotta have receipts.
Like, cause like,
yeah, they be sitting up there talking about her. I can tell by those laughs and everything.
I don't know, Jonathan is, I don't know.
This back to control, out of the bullshit.
Yeah.
Which is what I wanted to get into prior to any of that. You now have purpose. You're in camp. So talk to us what life is day to day. Let's go. Inside of that camp and how it feels. Like, walk us through a day of
So
your
I
journey
wake
right
up
now.
at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Me and Chrisean, I play this little thing from Grace Oasis. It does this prayer and this scripture. It's like
She's so saved. Oh,
like he's talking, he's reading the word to you, but it's only for like 13 to 15 minutes. And I'm changing his diaper, wiping his face, brushing his teeth, and then we start, cause he started moving around like he want to walk. So
stop saying that.
And things that we learned from the physical therapist. So we do that like for like an hour. That's like 2 hours, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then
she lying
or not. I keep going. I start reading.
So you mean to tell me she gets up for 2 hours, she does stuff with Junior, and then she gets tired and she needs to take a nap? So wow, this lady just lying.
And then
somebody need to be like, what are the exercises that physical therapy has taught you? What are some of them? You know, tell us. What are you doing with him? She lying.
Going through the list of things I need to take care of.
Really?
And then I drive an hour and a half to Baltimore.
She got a suspended license.
And be there at a certain time.
For what?
And then after I work out, I go to the track, run 3 miles. And then after that...
Where's the feeding of the baby?
I either go to a track practice, that's my old track team I used to run for.
Where's the child?
And get speed endurance in. So then I made a schedule like, okay, Monday, 3 miles, Tuesday, 3 miles, Wednesday, speed endurance.
I thought she said running was a speed
Thursday, 3
endurance.
miles, Friday, speed endurance, Saturday, sparring.
What's the kid's schedule?
But that's all just cardio. I work out every day in the gym, boxing, hitting the pads every day.
You might start to feel a little tired, and you look over, and it's like, oh no, I got a couple rounds. We here.
Yeah, it makes me emotional though.
I'm sure.
Is he gonna be at your fight?
Of course, he has to be.
Talking about her son.
That's super dope.
There is a petition that you guys can sign in order to get help for Chrisean Jr. We are trying to get as many eyes on Chrisean and Chrisean Jr. as possible. I'm not sure what her background is as an informant or what have you, but for some reason, it seems like they cannot track her down to get access to this baby. And another thing I noticed about Chrisean, she doesn't want to take that child to doctor's appointments because CPS will for real be on her ass. All the times we reviewed the Resilient Jenkins and how Stephanie was being under investigation by CPS possibly because she had to keep taking the children in for seizures or an ailment that they were going through. Is the same thing with Chrisean, but Chrisean knows if she goes up to that hospital, they're going to really do some investigation into how she's taking care of this kid or take the kid out of her care. It hurts my heart to even imagine the fact that this child can't get nutrients because Chrisean just won't go get him a feeding tube. All she gotta do is go to the hospital and they'll help her. She won't even take the time to take him to a physical therapy class or get a doctor that is just assigned to him. And she has money. She has influence. She could easily be doing all of these things for her child, but she won't. You know why? Because Chrisean is a selfish ass mom, and since Blueface don't want her or the baby, then she don't really want the baby.
You did the DNA test with just you and the baby?
It's too federal, man. It's too federal, skin bone.
I'm really curious.
Tell me what that say.
I can't, nigga.
It says,
you want me to read it out loud?
Blueface is not the father. There you go. That's it back, fool. Make sure you put it back in the, you feel me?
Why you ain't tell him you fuck Chrisean? Why you ain't tell Blueface you fuck Chrisean? When y'all did that podcast with Uncle Hank and Jermaine and them, why you ain't tell Blueface you fuck Chrisean?
And I guarantee she would not be that disturbed if the baby went on to glory. You know why? Because she'd be free again to run the streets and be the whore that she is. She ain't no good mama. She ain't a mother. She's just a woman with a hole in her. That's it. Check out my description box to follow all of the creators who are keeping up with the progress of Junior and just what Chrisean got going on. And let me know what y'all think. I have been the Just Casing brand. I'm so thankful that you guys tuned in. Please make sure to like the video. Have your notification bell turned on so you catch me each and every single time I'm here. And I'll see you guys in the next video.